Okay. We're going to graph the cosine 2x. And the first thing I would do is this. I would think of the regular cosine graph still starts where? At 0, 1. And now this time I'm going to put the 1 here and negative 1 here. And this is still my pi over 2. We have 2 pi out here. So every one of these is still a pi over 2. And the normal cosine graph looks like this. Now I'm going to make it dotted very lightly. Everybody got that? I'm not going to draw it very deep because this is not the answer. But this will help me get the answer very easily. Because the first thing I need to do is this. I need to go look at this, and I have a 2x in here, meaning that's going to affect the period. Remember this, the normal period for cosine is 2 pi. To then find the new period as it's affected, it's 2 pi divided by b. The b term is the number right inside here. What is that number? 2. So to find the answer, it will be 2 pi divided by 2, which makes just what?
Pi.
A pi. So what's going to happen is this. 0 times 2 is still 0, which I would still be at the same starting point. That's what's nice about 0. The starting point for this one's still going to be the same spot for the new graph. But what happens is this. Normally I go out here all the way to here, right? Well, now I'm getting there in half the time. So my ending point is here. So at 1 pi, I need to be ending where? The same what? Spot. Basically, I cut this in what? Half. So therefore, when I'm here, if I cut it in half, it would put the negative, where's halfway between it? Right where? Right there, correct? When I'm here normally, I cut that one in half, would put it where? Right there. And when I am here normally, right, half of it would put it where? Right where? There. I just cut each point in what? Half. And now I'm going to go ahead and graph it. And then what I know is this. Now it's going to do the same thing. It's going to keep what? Repeating. It's just going to keep repeating. So now I can draw just repeating. I'm going to do the same thing over here. It's going to look the same. And notice I'm kind of making my dots and then what? So there's my graph. Basically it shrunk, right? Had a horizontal shrink. A horizontal shrink. And now I need to answer these questions. This is part of number 4. The amplitude is the number in front of the cosine. Is there any number in front of cosine?
1.
That's right. It would be 1. The period we just did right here. What is the new period?
Pi.
Pi, because it's 2 pi divided by whatever number's in front of it, just 2. The range is from the lowest y value is what? -1?
Still to 1.
To 1.
Because
that would change.
If it were to change, it would be the amplitude that would change it.
It would be the amplitude that would change it, or a vertical shift. Those would be the things that would change it. And the domain will just be this. It's not limiting, so it's just what? All real what? Numbers. And I think your answer to the domain on every single one of these questions for sine and cosine are going to be what? All real numbers. All right, if you'll cut the camera, please.